Another future Kane had a great weekend. Even Paul Finebaum is riding with the U. And Mario Cristobal talked a lot today, and I want to go over two things he talked about. What's up, guys? Welcome to NFD TV Canes. All Canes all day. If you're rocking with the U, then you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss out on a video. I'm your host, Grant. I appreciate you guys being here. Big shout out to the Kane Gang members. If you want to be a part of the Kane Gang, get signed up with the link in the pinned comments for all the extra content coming out this season. I appreciate you guys more than you know. But in my last video, I talked about Luke Nickel. I talked about Malachi Tony. Well, another future Kane had a big weekend, and today I want to talk about Daylyn Upshaw, the 4-star wide receiver out of Alabama. He had 4 catches, 156 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Check out his highlights. Now, it should be noted that he only played a half. So 3 touchdowns, 1 half. You've done enough, young man. But I like Upshaw, man. He's a guy who, there's certain players that, you know, he was a 3-star but a 4-star composite. He's not going to get all the hype that some players get. And he's one of the players that every now and then I'm like, I want to keep my eye on this player. And it was good to see that he had a good weekend on the field. And I just hope he gets better. Come to Miami and he can do great things, okay? Now, next, I want to talk about the hype that this Miami Hurricane team is getting, because even our biggest hater, Paul Finebaum, is riding with the U. And really, these days, this man, he hating on everybody. But he's loving Miami. He said this in an article that was written by On3. Not only next weekend, but all season long, I believe in the Hurricanes. It has been a rough couple years for Mario Cristobal. Remember, he moved over from Oregon to try to reconstruct the program there. Now he's about to be the 3rd coach in a row that's tried to do that. But they have the tools this year. They have the quarterback. I think they have a lot of compliments necessary. And I think in spite of an interesting schedule, they're going to start off with Florida, and I think they can do it. I really believe it's time for the U to return. Maybe forget the turnover chain this time around. Maybe try to win a couple games before they start declaring the U is back. But it starts next weekend in Gainesville. I want to stop right there and say this. Anybody who's associated with Miami, player, coach, fan, journalist, YouTuber, podcaster, they're never the one to declare the U is back. It's the outsiders do it. They try to declare Miami's back, and then when we lose, they say, see, we knew they weren't back. That's just something that gets on my nerves that's often said. But later on in this article, Heather Dinich, who also covers college football, also said that she thinks Miami can win the ACC. And I'm just like, y'all got to let me know, what do you like? I personally like being the underdog. I like being overlooked. I like people saying, you see them? They can't do shit. And then we dominate. But now we're getting a lot of attention. We're getting a lot of love. Everybody's saying, hey, Miami's going to win the ACC. And then you look at what everybody was saying about Florida State. And they got waxed. So I want to ask a question. What do you guys like it when Miami is getting a lot of attention, a lot of credit, a lot of hype? Or do you like it when we're the underdog? When it's us versus the world? Let me know what you think in the comments. And look, this week is a big week. And we got Mario Cristobal talking to Joe Rose and talking in a press conference. And he had 2 things that I want to talk about. The first is Mark. He definitively said he's 100% back. He's back. He's ready to go. And if that's the case, I'm very interested to see what this team looks like. Because on paper, you have the offensive line. On paper, you have the quarterback. On paper, you have Damian Martinez. And now you got Mark. And then you got a slew of wide receivers. And then Elijah Royal, is he going to be the X factor this year? You have a lot of pieces that I want to know, how will we put this together? What type of team will we be? If you go back and look at Cam Ward's career, he's never played. At Washington State, he never played with a dominant running back. And I believe we have two really good ones. So it's going to be interested, because Cam Ward didn't come here just to hand the ball off too. It's going to be interesting to see how we juggle these pieces. But I'm hoping that Mark Fletcher is healthy. He stays healthy so we actually can see what this backfield looks like. We're seeing people talk a lot about Jordan Lyle, A.J. Allen. I'm excited for this backfield, and I just hope that they stay healthy and we can see what they look like and what kind of schemes and things we can put up with the pieces that we have, okay? Now, the next thing he said, he was asked about time management. Everybody wants to talk about time management. Mario Cristobal is the only coach to ever have time management issues. It was brought up again in a press conference, and here's what Mario said.
Follow process. We had a process in place. We just didn't follow it. We've also added a time management coach to always just over-harp on the situation. Again, we had it in place. We didn't follow process, which is the most important part. But we certainly cranked up the intensity and the organization behind it.
Who is the time management coach?
We don't.
Coach Alot is always.
Now, there was actually on Twitter some dialogue about this. Like, some people were upset, like he wasn't taking accountability. I didn't see, watching that clip. What I saw in that clip is a coach who, he knows he made a mistake. He knows that. And he said he hired a coach. I mean, what the only much more he can do is kneel the ball again. You know, what more can he do, right? People have been on his back about time management. And the ego thing to do is to say, you know what? Y'all want to talk about time management? I'm going to keep taking care of everything. No, he says, you know what? It's not about me. It's about the you. And I'm going to go get a time management coach. Now, remember, there are new rules with, you can have more people on staff. I don't want to dive into that too much because I don't know the details and I don't want to get on here lying. But I know there has been some ability to hire more assistants and things like that. So if you can hire somebody to do this, why not do this? This is something that's already been adopted by NFL head coaches, to have guys that are there just for time management, just to harp on that. And I just like what he said about, this program as a whole. We're digging into making everything better. So I was happy that he could do what he do about injuries. If we have an injury, Mario says we're not going to talk about it. He could have easily said, we've already talked about the time management thing. Let's talk about something new. But no, he talked about it. He put his chin up. And for me, it seems like he's taking care of the situation. Now, the thing about it is, when the bright lights get on, just like we're talking about our transfer players that we haven't seen put on the U and play, it's easy to talk about it, but in the heat of the moment, will Mario make the right decisions? It's when it comes to time management, when it comes to closing out games. We shall see, guys. Let me know what you think about everything we talked today. How you feeling about the program? How you feeling about this season? Would you rather be hyped up, loved, or would you rather be overlooked in the underdog? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you. Peace.